Hi folks, my name is Joseph Peters. I'm a solutions engineer here at Exelis Visual Information Solutions. Today I'd like to talk to you about image analysis in the cloud. I think we've come a really long way in a very short amount of time with geographic information being shared over the internet. It all started with just static images that were being displayed in HTML files. So we're talking about JPEGs, GIFs, PNG files that were just static maps that were embedded on the internet. There wasn't really much that we could do with that besides look at it, but it was a very good first step. And today we're looking at interactive maps all the time. They're on our tablets, they're on our cell phones, they're on our desktops. So we expect to be able to zoom in, zoom out, find the things we're looking for, turn layers on and off, look at satellite imagery, look at roads, look at pictures that are geographically located. All these sorts of things have become kind of the norm for us, and we've actually gotten to a point where we've begun to rely on it. Cars these days are even being made with maps that are right in the dashboard. So not my car, but they're out there. So this is all very interesting, and one of the things that I kind of wanted to talk about today is it seems that in our personal lives we've gotten to a point where we expect this, but a lot of people that actually work in the geospatial realm are still working in a desktop environment. And that's fine. But I do see this kind of changing rather quickly. A lot of the things I've seen here while working at Exelis Viz in the last several months, we've really come a long way with some of the things that we're beginning to do with image analysis in the cloud. And I expect the uptake to kind of happen rather rapidly because it's so interesting, it's fun to work with, and it makes sense. It saves time. You don't need to necessarily have software installed on individual machines. You can just have it in a web interface, and you can access everything you need over the internet or over your network. And so let's go ahead and turn to my, my drawing here and take a look at what I'm kind of talking about. So here we have a network or an internet connection, and with that network or internet connection we can connect to data. And the beauty of this web-enabled image analysis is that you can connect to data from a variety of sources. It doesn't need to necessarily be sitting on your server stack or on your desktop. It could be sitting on a server on the other side of the world. And so as long as you have access to that data through the internet or over a network connection, you can access it, you can pull it in. You can pull in imagery from satellites, from aerial imagery to terrestrial data such as terrestrial LiDAR. You can pull in vector layers. You can pull in base maps from APIs such as Esri base maps or other APIs like that. And you can build out interactive web pages that display all of this data. And that's great because you can mash things up. You can basically take things from a variety of different sources and make it all kind of play nicely together using open standards. This is all great. This has been going on for quite a while, and I think the next logical step here is to actually be able to perform processing, and that's what we've been working pretty hard on here at Exelis Visual Information Solutions, is this processing piece. And we've come a long way with it, and it's actually really cool, some of the demonstrations that our guys here are coming up with. So you can perform processing using something like ENVI Services Engine where you access the imagery. You have processing that can be, it's scalable because it's on a server environment. You can use multiple CPUs. It's really almost limitless. You can take your data, you can catalog it, you can send it over to the server, you can send it out to users. They can view your map with your processed images on their tablets, on their cell phones. You can have users that are banging on this stuff. They can pull imagery in, pull data layers in, reconfigure things the way they want it and make everything look nice and share everything really easily. So I think this is a pretty exciting time for image analysis in the cloud. I'm really excited for what's in the future, what lays ahead for us. So if this is something that interests you, please take a look at my blog. You can find it at www.exelisviz.com. We have an Imagery Speaks blog on our webpage that you can find there. I'm going to be posting a blog which also shows some examples, some real-world examples of this type of setup, some demonstrations that we have that show how you can use imagery analysis in the cloud to produce real-world solutions to real-world problems. So if you have any further questions, please contact us at info@exelisviz.com. Thanks.